Okay, so quite a tricky question. 6 marks. If you just follow the steps, you'll be all right. Always having in the back of your mind your two trig identities. So don't forget sine theta over cos theta equals tan theta, and your other one, sine squared plus cos squared equals 1. Probably never going to use both. Maybe towards the end of the paper you might. But at the moment, biggest clue is that we don't have any squares in there. So it looks like this one is unlikely. So I'm just going to forget about that for a minute. So how can I get rid of two trig functions so that I've just got one? Well, if we go from this and I divide both sides by cos, because I want sine divided by cos, I can end up with tan. So all I'm going to do is divide both sides by cos 3 theta plus 20, cos 3 theta plus 20. Remember, there's kind of the bit in the bracket at the moment you're just kind of ignoring. Just keep it there, and we'll deal with it in a sec. So cos over cos, or cos 3 theta plus 20 over cos 3 theta plus 20 just becomes 1. So we've got 4 lots of 1. On this side, sine blah blah over cos blah blah becomes tan blah blah, and we've got this 4 root 3 at the front, so I haven't done anything to that 4 root 3, so it needs to stay there. Okay, so now I've got one trig equation, one unknown, which is just the theta, but because I've got something in that bracket that I don't like, I'm just going to get rid of it. So 4 over 4 root 3, just divide both sides by that. Now that, if I whack it in my calculator, or even just use my brain, becomes a third. Right, I don't want to solve with this here, so I'm just going to make a little swap. So for a couple of minutes, I'm going to pretend that x is the same as 3 theta plus 20. Okay, now remember what that means is I need to change this little limit. So if I swap my x in there, it means I've got to times everything by 3 and add 20. So 0 times 3 plus 20 is 20. And 180 times 3 plus 20 gives me 560. Now remember, you've got a calculator, so you should be able to do that. So now I'm dealing with tan x equals 1 over root 3. Stick that on my calculator, inverse tan. First thing the calculator will tell you is 30. Now, we know that the calculator only gives us the first value. So you need to think about what tan looks like. I need to look between 20 and 560. I know that tan doesn't exist at 90, it doesn't exist at 270, etc., etc. It keeps going, it crosses at 180. So tan, oh dear, comes up here. So there's certain things we need to remember about tan, and the biggest thing to remember is that it repeats every 180. So it's really easy to get your next solution out. You just keep adding 180. So 30 plus 180 to 10 is my next solution. And then my next one after that would be 390. And I keep going. If I do another one, I get past 560, so I can stop now. Remember though, these are values for x. So I've done quite a lot of hard work. These are values for x. I want to turn them back into thetas. So you can rearrange this in your head. I need to take away 20 and divide by 3. So take away 20 and divide by 3 for all of these. And I get 10 over 3. I get 190 over 3. I get 370 over 3. Or if you want, there's decimals to one decimal place, because that's what it asks for. 3.3, 63.3, 123.3. Hunky dory. So, where'd you get your marks from? 1 for correctly doing this division up here at the top. 1 for using this identity properly, so making this swap here so that this becomes tan, so you get 1 for doing that. 1 for inversing tan. It didn't matter what you had here actually, so if you've made a mistake, you get 1 there. Don't try and haggle with me over the marks. 1 for getting out all your solutions. Actually 4 marks so far. 1 for correctly converting them. and 1 for making sure they were all to 1 decimal place, so you've got all your answers. Okay, so you needed to remember your trig identities, you need to remember your graphs, okay, you need to remember to change your limits, use your calculator, be thorough.